No, it's not. Okay, that was good to know.
Awesome.
Perfect. So it doesn't like shocking.
Well, happy Friday, everyone.
Otherwise-
Thanks for coming.
That'd be very shocking.
There.
I guess we're up.
I like the comments at the start. That's great.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll just give a moment for this, I guess, to get serviced out to people, and then we'll.
Meanwhile, I'll enjoy
there we
coffee.
go. 6 people are in. Hello, people. What's up, peeps?
Doesn't it feel like morning right now? I have a coffee.
I'm gonna get a coffee soon enough, I think.
So cheers. This is the drink tonight. Coffee.
Coffee. Stay up.
Wow, that's really tasty. What'd you put in there?
I think it's just
the
espresso.
Nut pods? Did you put the nut pods in there?
No nut pods, that's for sure.
Someone's like, party time. Top fan. That's so cool. So I'm liking the software. This is good.
So, hold on. I just realized I misspelled that. What's it supposed to say? FILM.
So
there we go.
Thank you to everyone who has supported so far. There's about 22 people total here. And yeah, I know that a lot of people have supported. And what are we at right now? It's really close to 13,000, I think, right?
Yeah, we're on the edge.
It's like $9. No.
No, I think $89. Very close, though. Yes, very close.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty exciting. Yes.
Hello, looking forward to tonight's
So
show.
yeah, let's have us bedtime.
Awesome.
I'm looking forward too.
It's almost bedtime. That's true. What if I'm in Australia?
Hey, there we
I'm
go.
in Australia. That's
There we
awesome. Showcased.
Yeah. All the early people streaming in 10
Yeah,
minutes.
we are basically, as you know, the description says, here to promote the campaign for the Red Flag reality film.
Yeah. And talk about current events, talk about life, maybe do a little cleaning.
Yeah, I'm definitely
talk about my experience trying to get a trigger properly put in, which that was a long journey. Yeah. So that's going to be an interesting story there.
I'll drink my coffee because it's so good.
And yeah, it's been a long week. I'm a little tired, but I have energy just looking at all of the support so far. So it's pretty awesome that, you know, this like started as basically just like this idea that we pitched to people online through, you know, YouTube and Facebook. And now it's, you know, really throttling toward some serious funding, which is really exciting to see because it means that, you know, if we keep going this trend, we're going to be able to make some awesome videos. And now it's just awesome to be able to talk about it openly. That's the best part. You know, we had the launch.
Anyone here for New Year's? That was fun. That was crazy. We were like
crazy long night.
Totally. Someone asked, "What is the pistol you have in front of you?" Why, Mr. Rover Pilot? Maybe that's your occupation. So this is a special Kimber edition, Micro 9. And I had the 380 before, but I wanted to cut down.
So Modern Renaissance Man, New Year's is fun.
Oh, hello, Modern Renaissance Man. Fancy seeing you here. So you're great. And yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, New Year's is a lot of fun, but obviously since New Year's, lots of not fun things have been fomenting for people in other states because now many of the red flag laws that were, you know, scheduled to come into enactment are about to or have already come into enactment. Colorado of note, and you have the lingering Virginia situation with people getting ready to protest in the Capitol and the Virginia legislature more like a committee within it. Trying to say that people can't openly carry or bring guns. So this is going to be interesting what happens there. So
yeah, I was reading some of those rules. It was interesting.
Right. So basically,
and they're offering people from out of state to come and really show support. So that's really interesting.
So basically, you know, it's going to be really exciting. We're hoping that it doesn't lead to anything too crazy or violent, but obviously people are seriously getting ready to push back against what appears to be some of the most draconian gun confiscation and gun regulation you can imagine in a state where most of the people normally don't subscribe to that. Yeah, not New
So
Jersey
this
or
is
New
how
York.
we kick off 2020. Stuff going on in Virginia, and stuff going on, maybe nukes.
No. Yeah, of course,
I'm
right.
just
They're like,
saying,
oh,
like,
yeah, they're in a situation, but we're gonna focus more on the red flag reality
it's
film
not
and
even
stuff.
the middle of the month.
Yeah,
of
it's getting
the
crazy.
First month of the new year.
But yeah, we're gonna focus on those topics and talk about that, and hopefully the violence around the world won't spill over or distract from the real threats of terror that are coming down in America.
I will say it's crazy. As much as there are tyrants around the world, there are people fighting for liberty all around the world.
Mm-hmm.
We will just have to band together with them, just like the statists band together. We'll band together, libertarians, and let's just form a new world based on property rights and respect of individual sovereignty. And that's it, And humans don't have to kill each other. We can just use our brains and our minds. Anyway.
It's not the same thing, brains and minds. But anyway.
Labor. I'm sorry, I meant labor.
Yeah. Obviously we're working very hard here on our end because we're focused on the culture side and, pushing back on the media side. Obviously, there are people who are doing great things for liberty, especially on the legal front, trying to fight it there. And one group we would like to shout out to is Firearms Policy Coalition, because they were a big support on the campaign. So we just want to especially, again, thank them as always. Firearms Policy Coalition is really taking the gun grabbers to task with legal cases and briefs and so forth. And they're going into overdrive this year because it's getting pretty bad out there. So they're going hard with their attorneys, filing suits, suing on behalf of people, sometimes, joining in other lawsuits, writing briefs and stuff. So again, yes, thank you so much, Firearms Policy Coalition, for your support. And,
yeah, that was an amazing
it's a multi-tiered
start. It was really fun. I was getting snacks. I remember that.
battle.
And you were just like, whoa. And I was like, what? And I was like, tell me.
Yeah.
It was really, really fun. So thank you to everyone who was there. I see someone from Facebook was here for New Year's. Nate, thank you. That was cool.
Yeah. And someone just noted that they donated to FPC because they often do gun raffles and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. They do a lot of those things. I mean, but again, they're doing good work besides little gimmicks getting guns. They're doing really good work. So, and they believe in us too. So that's great.
Yeah.
So we're, hoping to live up to those standards. And of course, we really care about the culture for liberty and for firearms freedom. So that's why we're doing this project. So,
yeah, it was really nice to hear. So, that they believed in our work and, specialization, basically.
Right. Yeah.
Very in line with the anarcho-capitalism and just volunteerism in general. So it's really cool. So anyway.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's great to see that there's so many different people who are starting to step up and take it seriously and start working toward pushing back on all levels. Of course, like I think every single level is needed. You need legal side, you need culture, you need grassroots things, like what Maj Trey's doing in Black Guns Matter, like going and actually training people directly. You just need a multi-tiered fight, and then of course, as always, stay strapped for worst case scenarios. But the goal is to try to, push back as peacefully as possible using our voices and changing minds.
And domestic.
So yeah, we definitely want a very peaceful pushback as much as possible. But again, these people in government are threatening direct violence, and they are looking to even use, as this Virginia governor threatened National Guard to go after people, if they don't want to give up their guns the way they demand. So it's very scary and daunting. And 2020 is a very serious year to push back. And, whether it's our project or, anybody else who's meaningfully pushing back, definitely support, put your money where your, passions are, whether that's a legal group that's doing things like Firearms Policy Coalition, or a certain person who's doing grassroots stuff like with Maj Trey and Black Lives Matter, or a project with film. Again, just be actively supporting all those consistently who are out there doing the work. So, yeah. And in addition, of course, we're going to be continuing pushing up for funds here. So again, we want to remind everybody that we are still funding. This is still going on.
Perks
so
and tell you the perks.
Yeah,
we got some cool perks, but folks, it's not about the perks. It's more so we really want to make this hard-hitting film. We're going to get up against people like Bloomberg, these really, really rich people who made money off of lies, coercion, and just trying to like indoctrinate people to advocate for more slavery of themselves and more like government tyranny over their lives. And we have trying to aim for 50,000, but compared to like several million for something that can also then be paid to show on television, we're doing our best, and we want to make this film, and we're going to spread it across all our channels on social media. And if everyone shared it too, I think it can go really far. And the goal for me is that people really see the reality for what it is. What they say, they use the words of liberty and defense so wantonly, but to describe their evil acts, like, I'm talking about people who advocate for gun control, for example. So yeah, I really want to show that, use those same words that they, in my opinion, use wrongly, and use it correctly. And show that, the reality of red flag laws, what that means, that instead of just saying red flag, just call it for what it is, like the nature of the action, like what is actually happening. Well, you weren't convicted of a crime. There's no evidence. You're not given any chance to like represent yourself or say, hey, actually, I wasn't there at the whatever, like I'm not going to commit a crime or whatever, They can just come in and seize your property. And it's, that's what's specifically happening. It's a threat of taking your property, and also, backed up by a threat of death if you resist. And there have been a lot of stories of people resisting, and that's so scary. Like, imagine someone just coming to your door in the middle of the night. They're like, hey, it's time to give us, all your guns, like we heard from your ex or whatever, or something, like whatever, some friend or coworker in California, that, you have this, or you like, subscribe to a hunting magazine, are you feeling lonely? Are you whatever? Like, that's the kind of stuff we want to point out. So anyway, I don't know if you want to add to that, but
yeah, I mean, just like, the example of the guy in Florida who he had been red flagged, and he ended up getting convicted for not turning over his guns when the police came, and was given a 5-year prison sentence. So again, when they come to take your guns, if you don't give them up, they're going to throw you in prison at least. Yeah. And in worst cases, you have the Maryland situation with one elderly man who was shot to death by police coming to his house at 5 o'clock in the morning. So I think
they've done no-knock raids in the war on drugs. They're just doing this war on guns now. This is this era, People are coming out of the war on drugs. So like, shoot, we can't do these no-knock raids and deprive people of their civil liberties, as written in the Constitution, like through this means, by this tactic, this boogeyman, so to speak. So they get it. The culture has changed so much. It's laughable now if you even have some of the most conservative right Republicans saying, oh yeah, I believe in medical, because they're like, oh, it's such a common sentiment now, I'd say, for more than half of people, like adults or whatever. But anyway, so yeah.
So yeah, exactly. So we're, really concerned about what's happening with these laws. And as you've already seen this year, it's just gotten worse and worse. And we do believe that it's no hyperbole to say that once these get ramped up, places like Colorado, California, and other states that have, and Nevada and other states that have recently enacted red flag laws or expanded them, you're going to start to see acts of violence become the norm, where, it goes beyond just like someone just coming up to your door. Police are going to feel concerned about some person, and they're going to, no-knock raid them or something like that in the middle of the night, or they're going to do things,
like sieges, like
sieges
of like a whole like place.
Possibly. I mean,
homes, like as you've seen.
Well, and that's the scary part, right? Is, beyond the fact that they're just coming, after your guns and taking your property, you have the issues of they're going into where you potentially live. And now they're looking for anything potentially that they can arrest you on, right? Or if they see things in your home that they don't like, they disagree with politically, now those cops could use that as their rationale for targeting you further, or looking for ways to exploit you.
Makes you weary of hiring people, because you're like, oh, are they going to be one of those people? And if I'm in a place that has red flag laws, that they're just going to use it against me, just arbitrarily, irrationally, even though I'm hiring them for a service, So it creates this crazy world where everyone's distrustful, you know, or at least they want to make this world where people are just afraid to defend themselves because it makes them a criminal just because they want to have the means right there to defend themselves. No different than a knife or pepper spray or any kind of weapon, you know. So
right, yeah,
baseball bat. Some people, Hollywood movies, baseball bat's all I got. You got a machine gun? Well, I got a baseball bat. And I love when they like show unrealistically some guy, like 3 machine gun guys getting knocked out by one guy with the bat. I mean, has to be a strong dude like the Punisher or something. But anywho, I'm not a big guy like the Punisher. And, you know, as much as I wish, I guess, I can't have that giant body and that mass. So I got to have some equalizer. And I did, you know, fighting classes and learning how to spar and trying to like disarm somebody. But realistically, like a lot of things require like body weight if it's like just purely physical. And I don't have that. So the best I can do is like shift around if it was just like fist fight. But, you know, that's why I carry. No.
So, yeah. So, again, we're... What about speaking of carry?
I just want to show this again. This is a Bel Air, and it's like, you know, like those cars from the 50s. It's like, what is this? Silver?
It's
stainless steel.
Yeah.
That'd be weird.
That'd be cool if it was silver.
Gold.
That'd be a little bit pricier of a piece.
And you can see there's already a chamber flag.
That's the convenience.
And that's going to be a thing because safety is so important. You know,
safety is important.
One of the things that we want to do is demystify this like irrational fear and give a rational fear of firearms and teach gun safety. You know, not like fear.
Right.
Not run and hide and call the police and hope that they get here in time. And that also if they get here in time, they want to save you.
Right.
And that they don't make a risk calculation and go, yeah, I'm not going to run in there and get shot. You know? That's some of their, and I'd rather be like, you know what? I think that that's a chance that someone, a police officer, might not want to save me. So I'd rather maximize my chances of survival, right? Isn't that the rational thing to do? Isn't that the natural? Don't you want to live? Anywho. And they do, because people who advocate for gun control still want guns. They just want control. That's all it is. Gun control. It's the word control. They want to control people. And anytime they say war on drugs or war on terror, it's always a war on you. You know, that's really at the end of the day, if you look at the nature of their actions and what government is doing with those policies, the war on drugs or the war on poverty, it's really a war against peaceful people. That's what it is. So we can't let that happen. We need to use the words accurately to describe reality so there's no confusion. There's no need to generalize or obfuscate reality. Just call it for what it is. The violence for what the state is, taxation stuff. It's on my mug. So therefore, it's right. I'm just kidding.
You got the mug club?
Yeah. Libertarian country.
Yeah, LC. Coming through. So, yeah. So,
so it's fine. It's empty. See? No round.
Right.
And,
yes,
so
always double check. Always assume it's loaded.
Disassemble.
Assume the load.
Yeah.
Assume it's loaded.
I've done this before, and I'll just get this started, and then I'll do this, and you can keep talking. Maybe go through the perks.
Yeah.
Did you refresh?
So I'm gonna talk about the campaign, the perks, the progress, and she's gonna clean as I update people here. So
I'm gonna clean.
She's gonna clean.
Yeah. So
a little bit of stream and clean as well.
This is not your classic 1911 in that it doesn't have the barrel bushing. So the recoil spring with the guide rod is like just connected, you know, at the end there. And so you can see that there's no barrel bushing to do. So usually for a full-size 1911, you actually take that off first, and then you like remove the recoil spring and the guide rod. But I can't do that. So with this, you know, it's really a gloves off. I like to clean with gloves on, but I take my gloves off for this part because you have to line this up, this on the slide, this half little baby moon shape. Baby moon.
I don't like the moon. I just think it's a recess. It's a cut.
You don't think it's
the
a
slide.
moon?
I don't know. The
Half
moon throws me
moon?
off whenever you're like, it's a moon. I'm like, where's this moon you're speaking of? It's just a cut in the slide.
Okay.
Speaking of being specific.
So
All right.
It's a half circle on the slide. And then once you line it up with the slide stop, it's the same size. You on the other end, you push it out, the slide stop, and then you'll hear a little snap when it comes out, and then you pull it out. And then you can let it go slowly. And then now you should be able to take it out. So just like that. So now this is just a basic field strip just for like cleaning the main parts. You can see I'm going to clean down here. You see how dirty it is? But I do like that it's baby blue because when it's clean, it's clean. It's like, okay, if it's all blue, okay, it's probably clean, right? Like, you know, and then, but if it's like all dirty like that, it's like, oh, I know what's dirty, you know? Anywho. Preferences. And then this is the guide rod. So this part I have the big, like most trouble with, like trying to get that back in. Getting it out is not too hard. So you just push it in and then hold it up a little bit and like slowly move out and like release the pressure. Because if you don't do that, it could like hit you.
Yeah, sometimes people wear safety glasses when they're doing that too, just in case the recoil spring bounces out and hits you, especially on the heavier calibers. But
with this, the Micro 9, they changed it. On my 380, they had it different. But for 1911s, usually the recoil spring, one end is like tighter. There's like a tighter grouping of the spring, and that's usually what sits with the guide rod here. But in this case with the Kimber, they redesigned it for this one. And it's the same. So it doesn't matter for this model in particular. So, yeah. So I'm going to clean it. And now you can talk about whatever.
Cool. All right. So while you're cleaning, let's just go ahead and recap what we have so far. So on the campaign, we are at 25% of goal. That's 25% out of the 50,000. 66 backers. We're at 12,911. So yeah, we want to get away from that number and get higher. So right now, going through the perks, we have 6 people in on the red flag resistor, which is the digital computer wallpaper. We have 13 people on the behind the scenes teaser. So as you go up in the physical perks, you get the one before it. So in this case, you get a computer wallpaper and a behind the scenes teaser of, the production, the set. So that'll be cool to watch. At 15, we have 16 of the 15 claimed. That's pretty funny. And you get a red flag reality sticker, as well as the teaser and the wallpaper. Then if you want to get more fancy, you can get to the red flag reality die cut. So you get 2 different stickers. One's a die cut, one's a circle, and then the wallpaper teaser. There's 7 of those claimed. Then we have the vinyl. So the vinyl sticker is like a 6x6 inch vinyl.
Those stickers, 16.
So yeah, a lot of people have supported that. Yeah, great. It's very popular. People like having stickers on whatever it is, like their drawer or their computer or whatever. So it's just a cool thing, a memento for support.
Thank you to the 66 backers so far, and the super chatters, and the patrons, and the floaters. The floaters. I don't know. The floats.
People on float.
Yeah, and subscribe starians.
Right.
Thank you.
So we have 2 of the red flag reality vinyls up. Then we have 2 of the red flag reality patches. So the patch, you get an actual patch.
2 people got those. That's awesome.
So we have 2 patches. They're each the PVC plus all the stickers and the wallpaper and the teaser. Then you have the signed production picture, which is a picture of the set as we're working on it. So it'll be cool to have as a memento. You get that plus all the stickers and the behind the scenes and so forth. There's 2 claimed of the 125 art print. So there's going to be a special art print made with the flosser over here.
Yeah, that would be cool.
So that would be cool. Hasn't been made yet, so it's going to be made when we're done.
Yes, that's just
then you get everything else to the stickers. You get the die cut, the circle, and all that good stuff. You also get the production picture and so forth. So everything there. And we have 2 so far on the red flag rally t-shirt. So with that, you get a really big swag bag. You get the t-shirt, and we have sizes extra small through extra, extra large. And then all the other perks I just mentioned, the art print, the production picture, the stickers, and all that good stuff. Then we get into more of the event perks. So far we have 1 person on the range day event. So the range day event is kind of the coolest, I think.
Plus FPC.
Right. And we can officially say this now that the campaign is now wide open. So, you know, we will have a meetup there with FPC basically, you know, being there with us. That'll be really cool. We're going to have David West, who is a cinematographer. He's going to be there as well for the range day shoot. So it'll be a really cool way to hang out with us, hang out with some really talented people out there pushing for liberty and pushing back against the gun grabbers. It will be in Vegas. Hopefully on a weekend, maybe a Saturday. The time and date is still tentative. We got to wait to see how many people actually have coming in on that to, you know, figure out what's going to make the most sense in terms of the arrangement. But we have some, you know, good ideas of what will be going on sometime during the summer. So it's a lot of fun. And then
I'm so excited.
Yeah. So we're going to be, you know, doing a lot of stuff there that will be a lot of fun for that range day. There's going to be some, you know, photography going on there and some videos. And so, you know, great way to just come out, hang out, shoot, plus get all the physical perk packages too. And then if you want to do dinner as well, there's a group dinner. And there's also a combo for that package. So as an individual, you could do the combo package for the range day and the group dinner. There's also a couples package where you can, you know, have a really steep discount for being able to come to both the range day event and the dinner afterward. Of course, there's going to be some noodles given proclivities as imagined. Then above that, no one's claimed yet, but we have the range dinner filled props. So you get the range, the dinner, and a prop from the film. There's a photo shoot at the range, so that includes a couples package plus a really special photo shoot. You get your own custom photo album, digital pictures, and videos. So if you always wanted really cool pictures of yourself shooting, maybe some cool, you know, video clips to share, great package to get. And then we have, of course, with FPC already in on it, the executive advertisement, which gets you this crazy package of you get 5 range day passes, 5 group dinner passes. You get advertisement on the website. You get shout outs from us on the campaign. You get the physical package, you know, with all the, you know, different, you know, items you could imagine, the shirt, the art print, the picture, and so forth. So already we've had quite a few of these perks purchased, which is pretty awesome. That's how come we're almost here. Last I checked at 13,000. So we're really trying to push to make this, you know, film happen, and we need to hit the 50,000 mark to do it. But of course, we've made lower tiers so that even if we don't, we can still make some really great skits and informational videos that are high quality to help push back against the gun grabbers that, you know, just have an expense of trying to do that kind of production. Of course, they want to do the film.
That is the main goal.
Of course, we absolutely want to do the film. So yeah. So it's going to be a lot of fun, no matter what. It's going to be really fun to do, you know, the actual film itself. It's going to be fun to come up for the range. It's going to be fun to go to the dinner. And of course, being in Vegas is always a lot of fun. So, you know, if you're looking for an excuse for a vacation and you're like, I go to Vegas, you know, why not do both?
I've only been to Vegas like a few times, but it's like, I want to go more. I would like to know more.
Right.
It was very pretty last time.
So basically, you know, there's a lot of fun ways to get involved. And if you want to just see the behind the scenes, get some cool perks, mementos, that's great. If you want to come out and hang with us and do the range day event, that's great. If you don't have the resources, no big deal. Again, share the campaign. You have Facebook, you have Minds, Steam it, YouTube, Reddit, whatever it is you do, please just help share the campaign, get the information out there, because the more people know about this, the more that we can, you know, get it out there and get publicity for it and get people on board and really do a number with, you know, the kind of media we can do. Because that's what we're trying to do, is push back against these other gun grabbing groups like, you know, Sandy Hook Promise, Moms Demand Action, March for Lives. They had like $18 million to work with last year. That's, you know, a crazy amount of money to combat in terms of their media.
We're nowhere close.
Right. And like Sandy Hook Promise made several big videos that were high production to like really dramatize and emotionalize the situation of school shootings in I think a wrongful way. And so we just want to take what they're doing again. We want to shove it right down their throats. We're going to offer the counter narrative in a dramatic way. So definitely going to be a lot of fun. So so in the meantime, you know, as we're hanging out here, if you've, you know, seen everything and you're curious of what's going on, if you haven't already checked it out, definitely go on over to the campaign. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to post the link to the campaign and get everybody to see what it is that we're doing here.
Ooh, you can do a banner as well.
That's right. I'm going to pull up the banner so that people can see. So there you go. So hopefully you can see the banner there that gives the link, and I'm going to share it too again, because every little bit of support helps. Again, the more that we get support, the more push up our metrics on Indiegogo. We get some more visibility to new people. It creates some buzz. We can get some press coverage as well. So every little piece helps. Even if you shared it once, again, if you share it a week later and every week until it closes, even if that's all you can do for the moment, totally fine. That really helps get those metrics up and get more people to see the campaign here. Definitely. So I'm just going to share the link. All right.
Like every time there's a campaign, I always think okay, if it was like a dollar amount or what's like a small denomination that, would still get, and if you think of 50,000, so if it was 10,000 people with 5 each, right? Okay, so that's 10.
You're just what's the minimum number of people? I mean, whatever it is. Again, we have already a lot of people who joined in, and there's lots of different perks and stuff like that. We would love to have a broad base of support. Of course, if there's a couple people who want to go big and get the photo shoot or do the advertisement, that's awesome too. Great, happy to have you. But we're trying to go for that. And again, if we hit the goal and then we surpass it by a certain amount too, we are also going to make the sub-tier videos. So we not only could make potentially the actual feature film short that we want to make, the dramatic PSA, but we could also make the sub-tier videos. And I got to tell you, they are hilarious videos. It is so good at pushing back on the gun grabber narrative, the things that we've worked on and come up with. It's just going to leave them speechless. They're not going to be able to do anything after it because it's going to show how ridiculous their claims are. And we're working with a very talented cinematographer here, David West. He's very much proven talent, has created many different PSAs, short films and things like that, has actually been very active talking about guns and gun rights and pushing back against red flag laws himself. So we have someone who's on board with our mission, who's going to make sure that aesthetically and visually, when we shoot these shorts, they're going to look commercial level. They're going to look like mainstream high quality. So we're really excited about that too. And we've done other productions here too. The music videos and other things. So we know we've been around the block in the rodeo of production. So we're well apprised of
this film. This is really cool. This will have other talent and actors, and we're really, really awesome.
Yeah, I mean it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun to actually work with some talent and do.
Don't we have
some cooler things?
Package that's behind the scenes of the actual shooting?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So there is the at the $10 level, if you want a little just teaser of what's taking place. Again, that's the behind the scenes teaser, and it's just digital. Showing you what's going on with the shoot. Definitely worth checking out and seeing. We'll be posting some pictures as well, but it'll be a special one just for people who back that level to get a cool in-depth behind the scenes and see what's going on.
Subscribers, of course, on Patreon, Subscribestar or Float always just get the behind the scenes. That's just perk of being obviously my Patreon.
And that's true too, right? If you're a part of her, Patreon, her Float, Subscribestar, if you're one of those backers, you can get some extra content as well. So again, there's going to be that as well. It's
I
really
saw
awesome.
someone else from the live stream from New York City.
New York Talent. Very good. Yeah. So again, cool. We just appreciate any and all support and anything that pushes the ball forward. Whether it's a share, again, Facebook, Reddit, Steemit, Minds, whatever you like to use, Mayway, if you use that, anything. It's just we're trying to get it out as far and as wide as possible. Yes. And it's been inspiring to see so many people believe in us in this project and know that we really are committed to pushing back against the gun grabber narrative in a manner that is going to be very effective for 2020. Because as everybody's seeing, the politicians in power, they are really trying to confiscate people's guns. They want you dead. They want your kid's dead. They want your blood. They literally would do anything to rip your guns out of your hand if they could.
Make you feel ashamed for not wanting to give them up.
Right. They're trying to use the shaming tactics and call you evil or say that you're a terrorist or something like that.
Call your friends evil or people who are nice to you that you do business with daily, like business owners, anyone.
Right. So
waiters, any profession.
We're facing a real culture war essentially in that realm of the people who want to be free to enjoy their fundamental rights and people who want to control everybody and enslave them. So, we're on the side of freedom and liberty, and, we are absolutists in that regard. We don't think that, shall not be infringed has any other interpretation than shall not be infringed. I mean, it is a obvious concept that people should be free to defend themselves and use whatever means, that they justly acquire, through property rights, trade, and stuff like that, to defend their homes and their families and loved ones and their property.
It sounds simple, what you said there, the property rights.
Right.
I was just having a conversation today about the nap. Well, I got a haircut, if you didn't notice. So, anyone know? No? Okay.
Well, there is a little delay. So if someone did notice that you got a haircut, it's going to be like 30 seconds.
That gun is so cute. Kawaii desu. I know, right? It's so cute. And it holds 7+1. So that's one guy, maybe two. If you're a good shot, John Wick, 7.
Or the guy who shot at the Texas church and took the assailant out in one shot.
That was satisfying.
That was a good shot.
His marksmanship.
Yeah. After I saw that shot, I was like, okay, I really want to practice more at that range. Like, definitely out there 20 yards to 25 with a handgun, thinking about how tight can I keep that group.
You know what I thought today? Yeah. Some of the coolest people I've ever seen in my life. Like when it comes to someone I look at and I'm like, they're cool. You know what I mean? Uh-huh. It's like people who are really good at guns. Like with guns.
It's hard to not
Jerry
look cool.
Mitchell, John Wick, that's fictional characters.
Yeah.
But basically it's Keanu.
Well, Keanu Reeves does actually shoot like that.
Yeah, it's Keanu. He's so nice. He's so nice, guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, he is. And he's really good with guns. And I'm just like, dude, he's cool. Anywho, can you imagine him leading a boom division?
It just reminds me, though, like what you said is like how in many ways I miss in some senses, the film culture of like the 80s and stuff, and a little bit of the 90s, but especially the 80s, where it was just cool to have guns. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't taboo. It was just like, oh, yeah, we're going to use guns to defend people and take out bad guys or like, gangsters or thieves or whatever.
There was a common idea in 80s movies that I've seen, like especially action movies. It's like good cops, like America first, like America exceptionalism.
Oh,
like,
yeah. That was the theme.
Capitalism. And I mean, like, I like that. I mean, that's cool. And like guns, good guys with guns, basically.
Right. I mean, I like the
now you just see
focus
good guys
on
with like at most a revolver or like a shotgun that takes 2 shots. And you're like,
or the rule is like you're not allowed to actually effectively use a gun unless you are like ex-military or you're an ex-cop at least.
Yeah, then it's so normal.
Right. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, you're allowed to use guns to defend people in TV shows or movies,
Punisher.
but you've got to be ex-military or an ex-cop at least.
Like,
otherwise you're not allowed to.
Yeah, Punisher was set in New York for some parts of the show, and like the CIA agents, they get to carry. It's just a normal. They get to open carry all around. But I'm like, wait, that's a gun control. Obviously, like most people can't open carry. Like it's just because they're part of the CIA or like law enforcement, And it's just a false dichotomy amongst human beings. It's like it implies that if you're not part of the military and you're a civilian, it implies that you are incompetent in firearms and that you can't be competent unless you're trained by the state and the state signs you off and stamps your papers and says, oh, you're good with firearms. Like, I've heard a lot of people like who were in the military or like were police officers say that like some civilians, quote unquote, were better trained than their own like people they served with, or worked with. And it's just like, wow,
Yeah.
It's just like, no, there's no dichotomy. It's like, we're just people here. It's just like you got a different training. And what shows is just if I'm not being violent towards you, then that's what matters. And if I'm adept, then that's what matters. It doesn't matter whether I got formal training or not, or anyone, or the state gave them approval or not, so.
And really quick, just because someone said 25 yards, not feet. If I said feet by accident, I didn't mean feet. I'm sorry. That was my bad. I meant to say yards. I can shoot 25 feet all day easy in the head. That's not a problem. But yes, at 20 to 25 yards, it becomes like a real, zoning. You got to really focus and get your sights right for that. So I was like, okay, after that Texas shooting, I was like, okay, yeah, I want to definitely practice more at the 20 to 25 yard range. Try to keep a tight group, especially, headshot, stuff like that. So And then
that's how far he was. 25 yards.
no. But I mean,
okay,
he was somewhere
like
between.
10?
Many will estimate he was between 45 to 60 feet around. So
What is that in yards? What? What? Do you know?
Of course I know.
Oh,
There's
tell
3
me.
feet in a yard. So
Oh,
I'm just waiting for
okay,
the answer.
great.
So how many yards is that then?
So you divide by 3. What is this? Am I in public school? I didn't ask for a test. I get A plus in life. I don't need your test.
So 20 yards. Because again,
Yeah.
20 times 3 is 60. So in any case, obviously,
20 yards.
look, she took Calc 3, folks. She got an A. Like she's definitely
But the
adept.
thing with
She's
that
tough.
is it's formulas. It's so cool. You just like it's not. You don't have to have mental math. Okay,
You just use your TI-83 or TI-84. You're good to go. All right. So I said Batman's a nonprofit private defense agent. I mean, Batman's horrible in my opinion for that because again, Batman like always nods to the state because he's always working with Commissioner Gordon. He always went after people for victimless crimes, and he just really didn't stand up for gun owners and gun rights because Batman like shunned guns. So it's like, nah, I'm good. I mean, not that I don't enjoy the Batman stories. It's just. When it comes to liberty and guns, he wouldn't be my first go-to. I mean, obviously, I would say Frank Castle would be a much closer first run for someone who's defending people. But again, even he's ex-military, but at least he even said I hate taxes at some point. So that was good.
Anti-war.
Yeah, so it's funny, but yeah. So since we're able to talk about whatever else too, in addition to the campaign, I'll tell you my tale of woe, and.
So just to see here, you can see that this is a K trigger flat. It's a long trigger, more competition style. And as you can see, it's wider, so it's meant for double stack applications, 1911 A2 or 2011, STI style.
So I had ordered this trigger because I wanted an upgrade, and I really like it. I like the aesthetic. I like the color. But when I brought it to the gunsmith to do the fitting. He apparently, or the person who was working on it was a noob and didn't really know what they were doing. And because they didn't exactly know what they were doing, when they first put it in, they gave it back to me and I went to go fire it. And then when I shot it, the trigger just locked. It didn't reset. It was just firm.
I mean, it felt smooth.
It was nice. I mean, I enjoyed the first shot.
Yeah. But after that, it just like wouldn't go.
Yeah, it wouldn't go, and that was a little frustrating. I'm like, okay, you just gave me back the gun, but the trigger doesn't work. So what did you do?
If it got stuck. So, but continue your.
So
sound.
I was like, okay, it's clearly not getting reset, and then there was another gunsmith. He's like, oh no, if it wasn't getting reset or the slide was coming back, I'm like, okay, I know what I felt, but anyway, so then they hit me up and say, oh. It seems like, there's something wrong with your mag. And I'm like, well, what do you mean? And they said, well, I was adjusting the spring on your mag and, took off the plate.
And it kind of cracked.
And, and on the, because it's got a magwell on it, this is so it's the magwell base plate. And he said he cracked it a bit. I'm like, what? I'm like, why are you messing with the spring and my base plate when we're doing a trigger job here? That should not be really affecting that. So,
P.S. Greg, you should share that article.
Yeah. So, I was like, okay, well, where is this leaving you? And then he's like, oh, okay, I need to replace. I forgot the exact spring, but it was another spring that again shouldn't have had anything to do with it. And he's like, it'd be $10 fixed, but I'm going to play with it and see. I'm like, okay. I'm like, well, keep playing with it, see what's going on. And then eventually, they figure out with the help of another person that this particular trigger for some reason on this kind of mag was getting stuck. It wasn't basically releasing the way it was supposed to. It wasn't having the wiggle in the way it was supposed to. And I was like, okay, well, that's a whole lot different than what you originally said. And then one of the other gunsmiths was like, oh yeah, he's kind of new and he shouldn't have done these things. And I had him take out this other thing that he wasn't supposed to do. And I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, that's great. So, I went to the management and, said my piece. I said, this guy here, cracked the bottom of my base plate, was messing with something that wasn't supposed to be, tried to tell me, oh, you should like replace the base plate and like get an upgrade because he messed up. And
added unnecessary spring.
Right. I had a necessary spring.
And added a little crack to it.
And I'm like,
breaking your back a little bit.
Yeah. I'm like,
and then charging you.
And he was trying to like be like, oh, well, you know what? Maybe we'll just get another, you know, trigger from somewhere else because it doesn't work. I'm like, well, like you can take a look around. But I was just like, at this point, like, okay, I'm not trusting anything this guy's doing. So I went to the management. The management was, of course, much better. And they were like, this is not right. And they caught me on everything and, you know, took care of me, fortunately. So the range, you know, is that they were upstanding at least. And eventually, you know, they got down to brass tacks and they ended up saying, okay, we just need to find a different trigger that's, instead of being skeletonized, like you can see here, it was a flat trigger that, you know, was fully filled in. But they didn't have the gold color. So they're like, okay, we're going to have to send it out, you know, to get, you know, basically painted. So like, all right, we can make it work. And so eventually they were able to fix it up. But, you know, it was an unfortunate thing. But, you know, I contacted the people who made this, which is Hooper's Gunworks. So Hooper's Gunworks specializes in a lot of parts for 1911 double stack and the 2011s. And overall, I've had good experience with them before. So, you know, I was kind of concerned. I was like, is this just a dud? They give me a bad one? And, you know, I still am not fully sure to what extent, you know, who is going to, you know, really be to blame for this or what's going on. But at the end of the day, you know, it was a frustrating experience. So the point being is that, you know, these are supposed to be able to be machined and adjusted, you know, just bent a little bit here and there. Sometimes you adjust the frame too, but, you know, you always have to just really make sure and listen to and document everything when it comes to a gunsmith that you think is a little bit unscrupulous, right? If you think something's fishy, document it, check everything, follow through, go to management if something is just not coming through. Right, because if they don't know what you're doing, you don't want them to screw up everything in your gun. You know what I mean? Yeah. So there's this another guy who was he's a 25-year gunsmith who took it over, and I said, that other guy's not allowed to work on my guns anymore. And he was very apologetic for him, so I guess he just felt bad because he was new. But I was just like, no, I'm like, I don't care if they're new. You need to then babysit them until the gun's done right. You know what I mean? You don't get free reign to just experiment with my gun until you break everything. Like, that's ridiculous. So, you know, it's something that it's just a reminder that you just have to stay on top of whoever's doing your jobs or whatever you're going to have, you know, whatever kind of work you're having done. But lesson learned. And, you know, Hoopers, they messaged me back. I talked to them and they said, well, this is the right part. And they literally put in tons of these for rock islands, you know, for, you know, double stack applications, which is the, you know, para ordnance bodies. And, you know, 2011s, they said, you know, we don't really have any problems otherwise with people saying this doesn't work. So I don't know, but at least now it's on a new path of actually being adjusted. And then once those are done, we'll show them to you. We'll show you what the upgrades are and what they end up looking like. So I think they look pretty cool, but you know, it's going to be something that I really hope in the end is worth all the hassle, because is either that or I was eyeing the Hayes Custom, because the Hayes Custom package, if you haven't seen it, it's definitely worth checking out. The Rock Island M1911 full-size tactical with the Hayes Customing. They, you know, gold dyed the barrel. They, you know, took out some of the slide to lighten the weight. They do a lot of upgrades to it to make it really nice. You know, it was something I was considering doing anyway, but I figured I'd start a little bit smaller. But, you know, it's one of those things where it's hard. It's hard once you're past that point. You're like, oh, okay, I've already made this modification. I put this money in. That little bit of sunk cost bias. You're like, okay, maybe I'll keep going with it. But, you know, just got to go for what you love and make sure that it's done right when it comes to your modifications. So,
yes.
How's the progress in the cleaning, by the way?
Well, I'm at the point where I'm looking for the 9mm brush.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a 38, so there's not one for.
There should be a 9. Yeah, those are shotgun brushes.
Nope.
That's not going to work. So, Darius here said, what's your favorite gun?
Oh, mine?
That's
tough.
Yeah, go with you first. You go first, because I've tried tons of guns, but I'm still trying more. So it's there's always more to try.
Okay.
But
well, I will say that STI and CZ, I don't own it yet. but they were like so cool to shoot. Oh,
Yeah.
like when I shot the CZ, immediately it was like bullseye, and I was like, oh, okay, wow. And like the recoil was handled so well, like, you know, compared to this Kimber here, it shoots 9mm, and the recoil on this is like, you know, pretty big. It's not like crazy, you know, it's compared to what, but like it's like, you know, but like the CZ was just like, and it was just like, I don't know why. Maybe because it's so big, I can handle it. But it was one of my favorites to shoot. I also have a Rock Island, which I like. It's the mid-size version of the M1911. And I also, in general, the style, I just like 1911s. They're really easy to field trip, and I really like the mechanisms and the, what is this, the palm safety or this safety?
Oh, the handguard safety, or the hand safety. It's the back of it's underneath the beaver tail.
Safety. Yeah.
Yeah.
Forgot what was, yeah. But that, and then there's also another safety that like actually is part of the slide. The Kimber doesn't have it. That's the other thing with the micro, this particular micro. The full size Kimbers do, but this micro 9 doesn't. And they have like a slide lock, you know, the safety's like on the slide and like cut in, and it's so cool. And it's just such a pretty, also like style, you know. And it handles very well. And yeah, I really would like a CZ, though, an STI, in terms of just accuracy, because, you know, when seconds count, you want to be able to know that you're on target, and you want to feel as confident as possible in not just your own marksmanship, but, you know, something that handles well, so that in the crazy moment where, you know, adrenaline's racing or whatever running through you, like you can at least have something that's reliable and accurate. So yeah, that's what I like. And I also like my bullpup PS90. I'd like to try an FN pistol that takes the same ammo as my bullpup, my PS90. The civilian version, not the military.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm surprised when we did a bunch of accents on New Year's that no one wanted the military. But yeah, hopefully that answered your question, Darius. Thanks for the question.
So I would say in my genre, definitely partial at 1911 platform, just mostly because I like the way the grip feels. I like the style of sights. I like how easy it is to take apart, and I like the safeties on it, so that I feel comfortable carrying one in the chamber. But specifically among the 1911s, I only like the double stack application, so because I need a lot of bullets. So
yeah.
But yeah, double stack 1911 is definitely my favorite platform. Although the CZ is actually pretty cool to shoot as well, holds quite a bit. And Dan Wesson is coming out with the DWX and DWX Compact, which combines a CZ lower and a 1911 upper, which basically is like a gungasm. So
yeah,
definitely getting that.
I'm ready.
Well, I can't wait to try that out. So. And then, the Essential Frame just said Ruger just came out with a 5.7 handgun. Yes, we did see that. We have someone who hopefully is willing to let us shoot theirs. So we're going to try theirs and at the range.
He has a Ruger?
He has it, yeah. So.
Oh, not the FN one.
Not the FN, yeah, the Ruger.
I'd still try it.
Yeah, I want to try that. So. I
do like the FN, just how they designed the PS90, though. It's really, really cool.
That is cool.
I'd like to see how they construct the FN pistols, but yeah.
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 All right, so I'm going to refresh here on the campaign, and then you can blast out your vocals louder if you see anything different. Let's see. Nope.
Okay.
We're all right. So we need to push this up. We're still at 12,911. So what should we do? How about warm up some sake shots after you're done cleaning?
Sure. Well, if you guys want,
we'll do shots with supports on the Indiegogo campaign.
Those of you here, if you want, you can share to any Liberty groups you're in, or on Twitter, on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, and Minds, I believe. And you can.
How can you keep getting quieter?
Oh, I don't know. And on Minds, I believe.
So basically, we're gonna hang out for a bit. We're gonna keep talking about what's coming up with, you could say, different things in the legal news world, and we're going to hopefully keep pushing forward on the Red Flag Reality campaign. Just very thankful, of course, to everyone who's been supporting so far, because the amount of support we've had, both before the campaign was launched, through various channels, including the super chats, has been tremendous. And so we're going to definitely be thanking people who really helped out with those. So you'll be seeing a message from us.
Keep an eye out for email.
Keep an eye out for an email from us, because we want to thank you, especially those who are consistently giving beforehand to help us bring it to fruition. We want to thank you especially. So we'll be hitting you up with a little message.
You should show MRMs.
Yeah.
Show his.
He
said, "Okay."
Okay, I'll share. There we go. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining with us in there. That's awesome. So, and grip safety. There you go. Grip safety. There it is. So, grip safety. I was gonna say, handle safety.
Yeah.
But
so anything's appreciated. Whether you get stickers or patch or T-shirt, or come to the range or dinner with us. We'd love to have y'all.
Yeah.
But, either way, thank you.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a very monumental event, going and shooting the range and having some video and some photos taken and getting to meet all the cool people who both supported here and are actually themselves out there doing good stuff, taking cases and out there producing content. So
it'll basically be like how we hang out here, but just in person. So,
and there'll be guns that are being fired, so you'll need ear protection. Unless you want to go deaf.
Well,
not likely though.
I would think this particular.
Or unless you're shooting 22 subsonic ammo with a suppressor, then you don't need ear protection. But which we did see someone just recently.
I don't think everyone's gonna be not
right. We were hanging out and it was late, and so we were there with one other person, and they had suppressed. I think it was a Walther, and they were shooting 22 subsonic. And so we were able to take off our ears and just, watch him shoot with the suppressed, 22 subsonic ammo. It was just like whispers, like, tsk, tsk, tsk. So it's pretty cool. I've seen that done with a 1022 as well. Ruger 1022 shooting 22 suppressed. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I mean, if it wasn't for the fact that it was, an NFA item, I would get a suppressor, but I don't like having anything where the ATF has anything to do with me.
Like a record on you.
Yeah, that's why things you can't do, like don't buy more than one handgun, in 5 days.
You are not allowed to buy or make a cylinder with a hole through it.
Right.
Put it on your gun. It's just like F these people,
Yeah.
There's a lot of people I noticed just like. At whether it's the shows or the range, who are very anti-authoritarian, in a lot of ways. Like they don't like all the bureaucracy with the ATF. They don't like the taxes. They don't like the crazy amount of paperwork they have to do.
Right.
And red tape around everything, and it's stressful, and especially when you have a lot of people coming in. To fill out all that paperwork takes 10, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. That's so inefficient. Yeah.
Oh, thanks, my Renaissance fan. He's like, where's Shui? We're destined to have a rage day and dinner with Jack and Fun. That's true, actually. Yes. So we're definitely going to be seeing you at the range and at the dinner. So yes, you're definitely going to be coming. So we know that for a fact. Yes. So thank you for your support, because obviously
look at his avatar. He's going to come to the range day like that. It's going to be great.
He's one of the people we especially want to thank here, because he's been instrumental, with consistent support behind the scenes, helping us be able to put the project together from even before it was launched. So again, we want to thank those who believed in us before we even launched. And so we want to invite those people out to the range day event and to the dinner with obviously noodles. So
noodles, obviously.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So
there's probably tons of good pho places in Vegas that I just haven't been to. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm excited to see what places we can go, because it's going to be a lot of fun.
Explore it all.
Yeah. It'll be fun to hang out with people, check out the strip, check out all different cool eateries there are. So yeah. And yeah, I think that, you know, it's going to be something that I think also is great for networking too, because more than ever, we want to help people who are looking to do things, whether it's on the legal end or on production end,
especially
and things like
if you're
that.
closer to Nevada, you know,
Right, just helping network
building
people
your network
who
of friends.
right, are out there trying to really push
who
for
really
liberty.
love
and wanna
liberty. I
connect,
mean,
so.
isn't it refreshing? Like, you ever go to a liberty meetup where everyone's
Yeah.
like super like passionate and principled, and like they know like a lot of things that are going on, or at least open to hearing
Yes.
about more. Like, it's so refreshing, you know, to be with like-minded people. So.
Speaking of which, I want us to do a special shout out here to Jeff. Thank you, Jeff, because Jeff also just contributed to the Indiegogo campaign himself just recently. So thank you so much for your support on the Indiegogo.
Yeah, thank you.
So thank you, and for being an early background supporter as well.
I'll drink sake to Modern Renaissance Man.
Yes.
And Jeff.
So we're definitely going to be having some sake shots for the Indiegogo support as well once this is put away. So we just got to wrap that up first, and then we can warm it up and hang out some more. So how's it looking so far?
Well, I meticulously cleaned this because it gets really, really dirty. This is the main part.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can see it's pretty clean.
A lot of people say, oh, you got to keep Kimbers, you know, super lubed and clean all the time. I don't know. Like, I'm trying to use Kimbers. I like normally clean it anyway. So I don't really have a compared to what for myself to be like, oh yeah, the Kimber doesn't shoot unless you like clean it every time. Cause I just do that anyway, but you know.
Yeah, because I shot many rounds, like, you know, like 200 rounds at one point, like through this, and it keeps going. It's fine. It feeds really well.
Are you talking to me or them?
What?
I can't hear you.
Oh, you can't hear me?
I can't hear you.
I didn't know. You can
I'm deaf
You can just
now.
let me know. But I had no idea. I'd appreciate you just tell me.
Yeah, imagine you're talking to someone on the other side of the room.
Oh, if you can't hear me, then
yeah, let us know if you can't hear, because maybe I'm just deaf, but it sounds like she's talking.
Because to myself, I
through a
sound pretty
suppressor.
loud, so I don't know your position. Just
it's all those years that I spent back in now. No, I'm just kidding.
Actually, during the Mao
during the
Revolution.
During the Mao Cultural Revolution. But yeah, so outside of that, it's been fun training and practicing a lot lately. We've definitely been training and practicing for whatever may come.
That was a nice end to 2019, you know, like about towards the last half of the year, 2019, it was really cool to start to actually keep practicing and like getting better at accuracy and watching myself get better, getting more and more comfortable. It's really, really cool. It feels great. So I just want to thank everyone who came out and supported my range video perks on, you know, all the 3 different places I'm on right now. You know, Patreons, and yeah. I'll come up with an acronym so I can just say all 3 at once. But but yeah, so I'm really thankful for everyone who's come out and just really wanting me to learn and get better. And I have been, and it's been really cool to try and see my knowledge increase. So thank you guys for coming. And a lot of you who have joined, like, share with me your experiences training as well. And yeah, so it's been fun. I think firearms and the ability to defend yourself is a big part of liberty. You know, it's really recognizing self-ownership in its fullest, because it's recognizing that you are your first responder. You are the one who is responsible for yourself, you know. As much as like you want to say police should like come in and protect you, at the end of the day, they have the incentive to live. And, you know, if at the same time you're not paying them like voluntarily, you're forced to pay them, they have even less of an incentive to please you and protect you, because they'll get paid no matter what. You know, there's no fear of loss of pay. So yeah, and it's just taking ownership of your life and just recognizing like, hey, my life has value, in my opinion. You know, value is subjective, but hey, you want to live, and if you're not hurting anybody, yeah, you should be free to live how you want and own the property that you acquire voluntarily.
Right. And I hear from Shane here that there's a Fuzz Saigon 8 in Vegas, And that
Really?
Fuck Him Long is open 24 hours. There's apparently a 24-hour pub place. That'll be interesting.
God.
We'll have to check that out. We'll
Fuck
see if
Him
we want
Long.
to go there.
Like at like 1 a.m. Fuck Him Long.
And it seems that
I would
Jeff's
go.
over here. He's actually getting his judge pistol dialed in. So he said he'd like to see a range day event in Denver. Maybe? I don't know. We definitely have...
Raging Judge Pistol.
Yeah. We definitely have Vegas on lock. I don't know. If there was a lot of different people who wanted to do it out of another area too, that might be a possibility. But for right now, Vegas seems to be the number one place that we can reasonably do, kind of where a lot of people would meet or come out for a vacation kind of thing. So, but definitely going to be fun no matter what. And
is Colorado nearby though? Like I can look on a map.
No,
It's like
not close enough for our purposes. But again, we will definitely be having a lot of fun in Vegas. And I mean,
yes.
what better excuse do you need to go to
It's in
Vegas,
the
right? It's
summer.
like, okay,
To be determined the real date, but it's in the summer.
yeah, it'll be in the summer. But I mean, again, there's so much fun and cool things to do and see in Vegas. So if
June
you're like,
through
yeah, you're going to take a
August.
vacation anyway,
Right.
might as well do it.
And
with
to be
range day
clear,
event too.
summer means June through August.
Yeah.
Sometime.
Definitely.
Some one of those Saturdays.
Right.
Weekends. Hopefully for most of you don't work weekends or could get a day off.
Yeah. Jeff said, yeah, it's like 10 hours from Vegas. Yeah. A bit far from what we're going to do.
That
But
is a
again,
trip. Yeah.
it's cool. It's cool.
Right.
So how's that slide coming?
Well, now I'm on the slide and I'm meticulously cleaning. I found that this tool, it's like a dentist tool. It's like pokey thing. This can get like some crusted, what would that be? Like lead? No, gunpowder. Just like crusted there.
Yeah.
Just scrape it off.
Yeah, probably not.
So, this is good. And now I'm on to the slides. That's what I'm doing here.
And so it said, in Vegas, we could do an open carry at Tufa. That'd be fun. That could be wild. Yeah. So who knows? The possibilities there are limitless, but we'll take it one step at a time, see what pans out. But I think that's the likely final resting place where we'll do the big one. And I think that most people are going to be able to come up to that one way or the other. So,
Yay.
So, wow, that is really deep that you're cleaning there. All right, I'm going to go ahead and check the campaign. Let's see how it's going.
It is deep in there, Well,
And we're still at 12,911. We're pushing hard. We do have support. Thank you, Modern Renaissance Man.
yes, thank you.
Thank you so much for your support. Definitely appreciated. We are definitely trying to push and hit that 13K mark.
Let's get
Can we
the
get that
campaign
13K going? We're getting close. Very close. And then let's see. So in terms of our tiers here, just so everybody knows what's the tiers are. If we hit under 20,000, we're going to do the Real Dangerous Red Flag Laws presentation video, which will be a high-level quality production video that goes through seriously and talks about all the different issues that are going to come up with red flag laws to really educate people on the situation. Once we hit the 20,000 to 29,999, we're into the skits realm. And that's your public school students, your teachers are lying to you, which is especially geared toward young people and laying out the statistics and facts, how their teachers are, lying to them, making them scared about shootings, like they're going to be the next person, you need to ban guns, stuff like that, and just showing how it's, total nonsense. The next level of 30,000 to 34,999, it's if gun grabbers applied their reasoning elsewhere skit. So that's kind of a comedy skit that's meant to show the irrationality of gun grabbers and what happens if they actually applied the same level of, critique in other places. 35,000 to 39,999 is a police buyback program skit. And I don't want to spoil what it is, but let's just put it this way. It is a police buyback skit that is going to be so ridiculous and funny, but it will drive home a point about how those programs that they're trying to do with confiscations and mandatory buybacks and all that nonsense, in addition to red flag laws, are absolutely insane and make no sense.
That's exciting.
And
I
then,
want to do all of these.
Me too. This is probably actually my second favorite, which is, of course, why I put it there. But 40,000 to 49,999, if we do hit there just below, we have a skit called Things More Likely to Kill You Than a School Shooter skit. And it's really a funny one that is going to make people realize how ridiculous it is, how everyone is terrorizing these kids and making them worried about, all this, mass shooting, stuff like that, and just show people how ridiculous it is in real life and how much the gun grabbers downplay and selectively pick what they're afraid of and what they choose to prop up.
And of course, we hit the 50,000. Then boom, we have the official Red Flag reality short film, which is of course the ultimate goal. And we think that it's going to really take the tactics the gun grabbers use and just shove it right down their throats and make them be put on the defensive. So pretty stoked about that. But no matter what, we're going to be very happy with whatever we produce. And we hope to just produce more and see what else we can do with some help. So, it's going to be something that is, I think, a really fun project that you're definitely going to want to, see and be a part of and take a look behind the scenes. So,
wow.
And Brett says, don't forget to smash the likes. And we need to especially thank Brett here because Brett has also been one of those people who supported us leading up to this campaign.
I love your
and
avatar.
Has been instrumental to.
That's one of the Seasteading.
Right, Seasteading, exactly. So Brett has been very kind and has supported us through and into the campaign. So again, we want to especially thank those who believed in us before it was even launched. We were just prototyping and who gave us a chance to put something together into a more formal thing and get a lot of fanfare and some really cool previews and teasers. So really excited about that. All right, let's refresh. Are we at the 13K? Maybe not. We're still at the same.
Okay.
It's okay though. Maybe everybody's just waiting for you to finish so you could actually have the warm
an hour.
Fit the warm socket.
We've been talking, and I just want to clean. There's this
It does look really good though. You're doing a really nice job on that.
Is that normal? This
what is it?
That staining?
Let me see.
It's kind of like on the back there. Oh, just in here. Look.
Staining? Oh.
Yeah, what is that? Looks like a stain.
Yeah. That's normal. Be good.
Okay. So anyhow, I'm not gonna get it perfect, but that's what I'm doing.
Yes. All right. So yes, cleaning. Oh, okay. Oh my goodness. All right. So we will. Thanks, Brett. Right. So he's like, all right, take over. Okay.
Are you coming with us?
So
Are you gonna come with us with Modern Renaissance Man? He said Modern Renaissance Man. Hell yeah, Brett. All
right. So thank you. It's not the regular campaign, but we do accept it, and we do accept support, super chats or otherwise. But again, we do appreciate it also on the campaign too. But thank you. Yes. So thank you so much.
Remember this.
And of course, yes. And I did. Hopefully you got the email, Brett, that we sent you in thanks of your support leading up to the campaign as well.
Yes.
So hopefully you're able to join us. So thank you again. Seriously, huge moves this guy's making. And of course, all the stuff that he produces as well. So, and I'll mention it if he says I could mention the things that he makes as well. If he says it's all right to give it a shout out, I will definitely give it a shout out. So,
okay.
And I mean, it's just been an incredible journey.
The Seasteading.
The Seasteading. If anybody doesn't know what Seasteading is, or the Seasteading Institute, they're an institute that is trying to create experimental government islands, or really it's more just having freedom by creating sovereign, you could say, areas where people can live that are floating cities.
Right.
So, it's a great project. I think it's put out by Patry Friedman, which is Milton Friedman's grandson. Wow. And, I think that their ideas are great in terms of inspiring people to think outside of what currently is in terms of governments and think about how people could maybe start something new to be free and get away from all this craziness, with the increasing tyranny and theft. So it's a cool concept to check out. It's a tough one, of course, to meter out because many governments, that is the people in the governments around the world, don't like people saying that they're going to just go and be free and live outside of them in international waters.
Right, because it can also, that freedom can attract away their taxpayers, their tax slaves. So it's like, got to control that place.
Yeah.
And get a cut, get a slice. So.
Yeah, it's tough facing people who are literally,
murderous.
So murderous and so evil.
And your family and all your generations, just so you can stop.
It's sad and it's tragic because those, that's the people who are attracted to these positions in the first place. The people who are typically like, okay, I want people to be free and respect each other. They don't usually jump at the idea of working for the government,
or the CIA, or
not typically.
FBI. They're not like,
right.
Oh, great. Yeah, I get to go in that bureaucracy.
Yeah.
Cool. They like going in the free market.
Ron Paul, kind of person is, it's a rare unicorn. The norm usually is people who just love power and they're willing to do anything they can to get it and maintain it. And it's a tragic
he was like one of the founding
outcome.
fathers. Like, was he like related to one of them?
Mm-hmm.
Because he like imbued that idea of like principles and liberty.
Yeah. So, you know, but we were pushing back against it and trying to make some
grip
change.
safety. That's what it's called.
Oh yeah.
Beaver
tail grip safety. I think that has multiple meanings, but within the 1911 realm, it has a very specific meaning. So,
okay.
Which the Micro 9 does not have. So, Kimber Micro 9 does not have a beaver tail grip safety. Just has a little bit of beaver tail and no grip safety, which has its pros and cons. But personally, I like beaver tail grip safeties.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna go refresh. Let's take a look and see anything.
So what's
new or
else
exciting
going on? You know, ABC News finally covering Epstein.
Oh yes, we can talk about Epstein, right? So
I subscribed to Project Veritas letters, so
that's good.
They updated. They were saying how they finally released a statement. Took months.
Yeah.
Finally released a statement. Well, it wasn't up to our journalistic standards, but don't worry, we're gonna release a 2-hour thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Now, after all the memes have been sent, after multiple times that they didn't want to make statements,
Yeah. And James O'Keefe he's a really cool dude. I've gotten to hang out with him and talk to him in his early days and basically get a heart-to-heart with him about his vision and mission with his stuff when he was first going after Acorn and stuff like that back in the day. So I learned a lot from him. Definitely, he is a remote mentor for me in terms of his projects and his works. So he's doing some excellent work exposing all of the media bias and all these journalists who are basically anti-freedom, pro democratic socialism or whatever communism they deeply really wish for. So his work is very critical in exposing these people. And it's just one more example of people who are doing different things in different fields, but they're helping to push for liberty. So it's pretty cool that people are putting their lives on the line, in his case for real, to try to do that, because obviously people really hate him. And I can imagine that, I mean, for now, no one's going to really hate us or hate what we're doing. But
and he can easily be found and
yeah, he has security. He hired when he started
it.
He hired security detail security professionals. So
he's exposing some huge people.
Very dangerous. Yeah, very big people to mess with. So
he's doing good on that front. He's exposing these great journalists, reporting on corruption, doing what journalists should be doing, but the corporate media is not. Someone said no sound. You can't hear?
Well, obviously everybody else hears sound, so it must just be him.
No, there's sound, Mike.
Yeah, there's sound. But yeah, I mean, if you look at everything that's going on right now, this is why to get to some
Epstein who didn't kill himself, or the Epstein that runs a Soho forum? No.
Oh yeah, no, Epstein, not Gene Epstein.
Gene Epstein.
Yeah, not Gene Epstein.
That's he's like the antithesis of Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, Gene Epstein is different Epstein. Yeah, there are some good Steens and there's some bad Steens. Yeah. But the Weinstein's the bad Steen in this case, and the Epstein definitely was running a huge honeypotting operation, and that was very sketchy. So, but Gene Epstein is cool. So he loves liberty through and through. But what we're facing here, in my opinion,
live in a world where we're not forced to fund pedophiles. God, is that just too much to ask? I don't want to be coerced to fund these pedophiles. I can make the roads myself, or work with specialists in the field and hire them for their service.
Right.
It's just, isn't it nuts? I mean, do you am I the only one here? Just kidding. But I'm sure, I don't know, just every day I think of how much I'm being coerced, and it's just how much wealth is just taken from me or taken from others in the market, and how much red tape there is, how hard it is to acquire property or to own a gun and defend yourself. Always having to ask permission from, as if you still live under your parents, but it's wait, I'm not a dependent child though. I'm a grown adult. And in fact, it's more, they're like leeches. They pretend to like be like a parental figure. That's why, like, you know, the socialist, the more mother figure, like, okay, I'll take care of you, I'll feed you, I'll clothe you, I'll do all the everything, you know, like a mom would do, like, you know, really make sure like everything about you is healthy, like doting on you almost. And then the Republican side is like the dad. It's like tough love. It's like, but we need strong defense, you know, and like honor and like, you know, let's train and whatever. I'm just doing stereotypes right now. But basically what I'm saying is I've noticed that kind of trend with the state, you know, it's like acting as a parent, you know, and for a lot of dysfunctional people, like who didn't get love or safety, security, even like some people grow up with that and some people don't. They look to the state as being the providers, almost like a parental figure. But we want to lift the veil on the wolf in sheep's clothing, basically, or human clothing, rather, peaceful human, and expose that these aren't peaceful people. These aren't liberty lovers like they claim, or like even Obama. Oh, okay. Now we're talking. Thank you, 67 backers. Thank you so much. We're at 12,931. We're getting so close.
Thank you. Yes.
Thank you
so we had another support, and if anybody wants to say in the threads that they were the one who supported, just let us know, because you know we don't say who supports anything. That, you know, obviously it's your privacy. So
this is so clean now. I mean,
whoever's done it, let us know who just pushed us on up to that. So, but yeah, so you know, we're really facing what is kind of these last legs for supporting liberty, because the apparatus is there in terms of technology for governments to really clamp down and go after people, you know, if it was fully unleashed.
And for freedom. It's an interesting time we live in. The technology is great. It's vast.
For networking and sharing the ideas of liberty.
You know, the internet infrastructure is stronger than it's ever been before. People are so much more connected than before. Like the fact that on New Year's we stayed up from like East Coast all the way to like throughout the US, different time zones. So, like everyone was coming in and out. Like that's so cool, that connection. Like it almost felt like we're all in the same room or something. But yeah, so you know, as much as there's a ton for tyranny, there's a lot of effort being done in the space of liberty, you know, like Seasteading Institute, like Bitcoin, all these cryptos, Signal, private messaging, you know, encrypted anonymous messaging, new internet, whoa, you know, machine learning analysis on wide scales, artificial intelligence, like virtual reality. The possibilities for connecting are expanding, and for efficiency and doing a lot of work. But you know, as you know, a lot of governments are invested in monitoring, spying on their own citizens and using that data in order to know who they need to control and crack down on, like is happening in China, you know. So we as libertarians, as voluntarists, agorists, anarchists, whatever, there's all kinds. Femkists.
Now we get on that.
Just kidding.
All right.
A pink flag. Oh wow. Okay.
Oh, thank you so much, BCC Mr. Parker, for your support.
All right, BCC him on your next email. Thank you, 69. That's really nice. Thank you so much. Oh, Jake, thank you. Hey.
Thank you. No,
someone's like 69.
Yeah, it's like,
BCC.
I don't know if that was to match on the campaign or what, or if that was just.
Guys, I did the hardest part. If you saw, I put the recoil spring in the guide rod.
Nice.
And I shoved it in the hole. And I put it on top of the barrel. Thank you, BCC, Mr. Parker. You got a domain for that, so like BCC. Okay. Just kidding.
Yeah, to match. Oh, okay. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Awesome. So now you actually owe 2 shots. So.
Okay, great.
I'm noting that down right now.
I'm gonna like have to end the stream after all these generous donations. Thank you, everybody.
I agree with the Jake here. So I'm raising the 6969. So
that's
thank
a cool
you.
Name to Jake.
The Jake.
So yeah.
All right, so you got to reassemble this quickly. Boom, boom. Let's get it done so we can clear this up. Bring out the hot sake, and you get 2 shots as celebration.
Gosh, you're a little too excited.
I'm very excited too because I've been
Alright.
holding off.
So to put the camera back, I need to push this down again. Okay. Show this part's interesting. Oh, gloves off time, folks.
Close up.
Gloves off. You know, it kind of gets slippery here, and you really need some, what's it called? What's it called?
What do you need?
You need friction, or
Friction?
you need to be able to hold the slide, and the gloves are like too smooth. Okay, there you go. So you push it down, and there you go. And now it's back like
Nice.
that. And so now this next part, you see this not crescent moon,
Notch.
but half circle notch. That's where you want to line it back up to here, just right here where you would put the slide stop in. So first you gotta line it up.
You should
and
bring
you
it
gotta
close to
drop
the camera to
the
show
slide
them
stop
when you
in.
drop it in because that's going to be
Oh.
cool.
Well, okay, I'll try.
Yeah. I know you can do it. I believe in you.
Whew.
You're like fresh.
Pressure.
You're going to need some towels for this.
Well, you already know that it's unloaded. It had a chamber flag in the beginning.
Yes.
You don't
It'd be
trust
weird if
me.
like magically a bullet appears.
I know.
That'd be the NSA. No. All right. So,
This is cool. I wonder.
what do you wonder?
So you need this barrel to come
push back.
forward. So, okay, you want me to go closer?
Yeah. You got your slide stop?
Okay. All right. So let's see how this goes. Can I get it close?
There you go.
Oh, that's cool. Neat. So, okay. So you see this notch here. You want to line it up to where the slide stop goes because you see the shape matches. And there's also a little notch matching there, little half circle. So what you want to do is you have to line it up precisely. So I like to point the barrel down like this. And so what happens is the barrel, you can see it's peeking out. Like before when I had it the other way, it wasn't peeking out. So you want it to peek out a little bit here. And you can see on
like
the other
Peking duck.
side, I'm slowly, it's like Peking duck. I'm slowly lining up the stop. And, you know, you need some strong hands here. I'm struggling, so that's why gloves are off for this. Okay, so you see how this is out, this barrel, and you gotta get where, if you look, like you see the barrel and where it moves and like how there's like a little hole. The slide stop is supposed to go in that hole, so when the barrel doesn't move, as the slide comes back and, you know, loads another bullet into the barrel. So guns are cool, basically. So I'm lining it up. And I'm holding it sideways. I only point it down initially. And then you drop it in, and when you hear that snap, it's so satisfying. You just slowly let it go back. And now it's all done. And as you know, it was empty. I never loaded it. So you can safely take it off safety and dry fire it. So there you go.
Yeah. So BCC, Mr. Parker says
I'm going to go put this away
that turquoise
now.
color is awesome.
Thank you. It's like a Bel Air, right? Now I just got to get the old Bel Air car to match, or like a Tesla that looks like the Bel Air.
All right. Well,
Okay.
you're putting that stuff off to the side. I'm going to help put some of this stuff over here
Great.
so I can go heat up the sake and you can catch up on this chat.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for hanging. I see there's 37 people. There's a O face reaction, heart reactions, and likes mostly. That's so cool. I'm so glad you liked it. So hopefully, you know, as you saw, some of you guys saw me struggle with this once, trying to do a field trip, but I'm getting used to it, and that's what I love, you know. Soon, probably, we'll, you know, we want to keep promoting firearms culture and peaceful gun ownership, and just living in this world where people respect each other and are really thankful and are like deal with each other honestly and with integrity and peacefully, and it can be a really beautiful world. So let's do that together. And I know a lot of you here, all of you are working towards that end, and it's I at least find solace in that. Whenever you hear the news and you're like, oh my gosh, there's so much tyranny going on, and let alone I'm still paying taxes. It's like, wow, there's a lot of tyranny and extortion every day. It's easy to, feel like nothing can be done. But just remember, there's other people out there who are feeling just like you sometimes and want liberty and freedom. So, yeah, let's do it. All right. Someone said, might get my first gun once I move.
Yeah, you should refresh the campaign because it's more in there.
Oh, okay. Let me refresh. So we were at 12,931 at 67 backers. Let's see where we're at now. Oh, we're at 12,981 at 68 backers. So whoever backed, you're welcome to just let me know. Oops, I need to.
It was Jeff.
Oh, thank you, Jeff. Okay, cool. I gotta Jeff Payne. I gotta undo the close tab.
Oh, wait, hold on, leave it. I got it from here.
Oh, okay.
You just take care of the clean
All right,
stuff.
I gotta wash my hands.
Yeah. All right.
When you have like dainty hands,
Yeah.
you gotta like wear gloves. So anyway, I got oil and I'm like, whoa.
All right. So, yeah, swapping in here to do this. So Jeff says, thanks for the update. Kicking another $50 to the cause, watching the local coverage of the red flag law in Denver. And it's never been more apparent that all our liberties are under attack.
Yeah.
Exactly right. So, this is really coming to a head. It's definitely a very serious threat in 2020. And that's why when we saw this leading up, into this upcoming year, we knew that this is something we couldn't just idly sit, by and not do something extra, on top of what we're already doing to try to change minds and push back, especially against, all these different laws and different propaganda groups, Moms of Man Action, March for Lives, Standing Up for Promise, and so forth. We just needed something that would really match that kind of level of strategy and output that they're having. And, groups like the NRA are not exactly meeting that standard of a quality outcome and quality media that, is needed. And people, of course, like Firearms Policy Coalition, they're, doing the legal side, but they really recognize that there needs to be more people out there doing the media work. And so, thankfully, they were happy to support us, and we're very thankful to them for their support on this campaign. So again, thank you, Firearms Policy Coalition. Definitely check them out. They are doing great work. Their lawyers are out there actually fighting cases on a daily basis. They're writing briefs in support of people who have been affected by gun grabs and gun control and red flag laws and so forth. So definitely keep up to speed with them because they have a lot of the latest updates on that situation. So she's almost finished here. So once we have that.
Oh, can you unscrew?
Yeah.
Watch your fingers on those bristles.
Let's just do this later because
okay.
Yeah, I don't want to do that right now. Yeah, just throw it in there and then we'll take care of it after. All right, so what's that's the way we're gonna be celebrating and saying thank you and drinking with you here in celebration of moving toward that goal of producing some hard-hitting content for liberty and pushing back against the gun grabbers. So. Yeah, you can just leave it there. We'll take care of that after.
Great.
Yeah, let's focus on one thing at a time. Yeah, just leave it there.
I'm just cleaning everything.
Yeah, she's gonna clean everything.
You didn't
just start
notice
vacuuming
yet.
or something. Okay.
I like to clean. Oh, wow.
All right, this is
that's
very
some
hot.
sock.
This is a very hot socket. This is like real
Well,
hot socket.
do we need to move this?
No, we don't. All right. So BCC Mr. Parker said, curious what y'all know or feel about how decriminalizing cannabis like state governments to seize weapons and rescind concealed carry. Right. The decriminalizing cannabis isn't really the issue. It's more so that, the government, that is the federal government, is keeping it as a Schedule I drug, which is absolutely insane, of course, because obviously no one should be, considered a criminal for having that. Whatsoever. It's just a property right. So, that needs to come in together. But yes, I mean, obviously the governments, state and federal, are trying to use other laws to deny people their fundamental rights. And that's wrong. No one should be denied their fundamental rights. Whether you were just having alcohol, just because you had alcohol or whatever else, it's all an infringement on the right to bear arms and on sovereign property rights. So,
it makes me so mad.
It's very
evil.
angering.
It's very evil.
But thankfully, the culture is changing, but it's not changing fast enough to be in tandem, with what needs to be done. So definitely more work needs to be done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Jeff said in that last 30 should put you over 13. Thank you.
What?
Oh, okay.
Let's take a look. What is it? There's like a weird wire go. Looks like you're good.
Whoa, 13,
Yay,
11,
okay, there it is.
69 backers. There's something about this number.
And
tonight.
also, we're at 26%. So
cool.
we went up from
Thank
25
you
to
so
26%.
much.
So
Thank you so much.
that was Jeff who did that?
Yes, thank you, Jeff.
Thanks, Jeff.
Cheers, y'all. Oh, you said all. 13K. Thank you.
Yes.
Brett, I do it all.
And Jeff is definitely one of those people who has been supporting us since before and has believed in the project. So thank you, Jeff. We're definitely going to be messaging you in particular. So please look out for a message from us.
Cheers to you.
As
All
relates
right,
to
now
the campaign.
the sake is here. The firearms are safely put away.
Yes. And now we can relax.
gunfire.
Cheers. Cheers. Cheers, everybody. Finally.
Lion. Okay.
All right.
That's one.
Actually,
sip
that's
for
really,
pho.
really good.
That's one sip for pho kind. Okay, so that was for Jeff. Thank you, Jeff. And then Beto. Cheers.
Cheers. Yes, we got Who do we have? We got quite a few people actually. Some people have multi-sips. So doesn't Jeff have multi-sip?
Sake is so.
Isn't it? It's perfect after all that.
Yeah, Jeff, like 3 now.
Yeah.
So cheers again.
Yes. Yeah, looking forward to Vegas. Exactly. Yes. So.
You're gonna be there.
Yes.
You are not
definitely
gonna be a square.
Whoa,
Whoa, that's really exciting. Okay, that's gonna be soon. That's the summer. That's like half a year, guys. Like.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's coming.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. That's gonna be a great time. So.
Okay.
And maybe who knows? Maybe we'll throw on a little extra party stuff too afterward. Maybe
How can you know? Okay. Anyway,
maybe some enjoyment of the strip. So it'll be fun.
I would love to walk the strip again.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you guys like going to places you used to go, like beautiful places, or like beaches, oceans? Just reminds you of like humanity, looking out in nature, or like life. Just looking at the sky. Anywho, I'm excited, and that's the kind of conversations we're gonna have. Basically, just gonna talk about the sky and moons and crescent moons. Just kidding.
Mm-hmm.
Half circles. Okay.
All right.
Is this pre-recorded? No. This is live.
This is all live. Is this pre-recorded?
This seems pre-recorded.
I mean, if it was pre-recorded.
Reason, evidence.
Then how do we deal with? I mean, you could be a pre-recorded of what was a live thing, I guess.
Oh, like comments.
But it would still right because there's live comments
and
there's
live
stuff,
comments, and we're pressing the comments.
Yeah.
So
definitely live, and it is live right now. So
give me a counter argument.
Yeah.
I'm ready. All right. Cheers, Jeff.
Yeah.
Number 3. I'm pretty sure there's more.
All right. So
69.
this has been really exciting. So BCC, Mr. Parker says, I'm pre-recording this later.
Okay.
That's great.
That's good.
Oh my goodness.
I was wrong.
Oh man. Jeff says, I officiate my friend's wedding in Vegas this year. Can't wait to get back there and have a time to enjoy all the kick-ass stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Vegas has to offer. Exactly, yes. And that's the reason why we wanted to do Vegas in particular is because it's a great excuse to go out, right? If you're like, I was looking to do a vacation anyway.
Be very warm there, so
right.
Going to the pool, like being able to relax and
Caesar's
enjoy.
Palace, right? Maybe that's maybe go to the pool of Caesar or something like that.
Yeah, that's exciting.
That could be a lot of fun. But yeah, I mean, basically, it's a good excuse anyway. It's like, all right,
do you
support the
guys
film
like
coming
to
out.
Dance?
So
because I'm gonna dance Boogaloo Trap. And have cried at least once. Maybe show me your principles if you have more sake. Okay.
And that's true too. In addition to this video, later on, maybe toward the second half of this year, we definitely do want to do another music video with a new rap song, but it'll be more crowd oriented. In other words, people participating in it with us. We have a fun idea that I think will really promote some camaraderie with Liberty as well.
That drink was just for BCC. Thank you. Yeah.
And BCC says lots of BLM land for shooting. Well, yeah, I mean, it's true. As long as they don't try to Bundy Ranch us, then we're good.
Bureau of Land Management.
Land Management, yeah.
I thought it was Black Lives Matter. I was like,
Black Lives, yeah.
What?
Lots of Black Lives. No, that would be the wrong BLM, Bureau of Land Management.
I'm like, okay, yeah. Oh, the Luxor. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, that's
Can
a
we
cool
just go
hotel.
everywhere? Ooh,
Yeah, we should
one
go
of my favorite things are seafood buffets. I mean, noodles are nice.
There's a big seafood buffet, yes.
Pho buffet? I'm telling you.
Could be.
I would hit that up if they had unlimited spring rolls and pho and ramen and like
yeah,
and soup.
So again, thank you everybody who
anyway,
supported on this. Do we get everybody who supported and all the?
I don't know.
Did you get Modern Renaissance Man's all of his
let's scroll
Mans?
Up. Thank you, Modern Renaissance.
So Modern Renaissance Man kicked it off, so you got one for him.
And again, because he's just awesome. Here, cheers.
This begins the shots. Brett, you got him.
No, okay. Hey, Brett.
Brett's attitude again. We got cheers to that.
All right, take my money, right?
Mm-hmm. All right.
This is strong, folks.
And you got BCC.
Oh, BCC,
Mr. Parker.
Yes.
And then we got, we got Jeff's here when he kicked off the 50, and you got him when he kicked off the 30.
All right, I'm gonna finish this.
Oh, actually, I was just going past the comments, and Essential Freedoms to the 10th Amendment Center does quite a bit as well. And yes, Michael Bolden is an awesome fellow who I'm friendly with, and he is a great guy. So yes, I love Michael. He is quite the character, but he is super principled. So
I've never met him in person, but his live streams.
You never met him in person. You met him in person.
What? Oh, at the Tom Woods.
Yeah, the Tom Woods 1000th podcast.
Oh yeah. I just he's the same in pictures, in person. I guess. I'm sorry. But like he's just so cool. He's the same. He's like
yeah, he's goofy, but he's serious business when it comes to talking about what the government's actually doing that no one wants to report about. He's
really passionate,
and
I learned a lot about the founding of America, which he's really passionate about. And it's so cool, I was born in America and I received the status indoctrination. Like, did you? I mean, I
went to mostly private schools, so we did have status indoctrination, but it definitely wasn't as hefty.
Really?
Or
like join the war or like defend America, like be ready.
Pledge
allegiance.
Yeah. It was a little different. They had us pledge to multiple flags.
Oh, okay.
I had a pledge to the Christian flag.
Said okay, and I also donated on the Indigo.
I love it.
So you need to drink one more for that.
Cheers to that. Cheers. Modern Renaissance.
I'm gonna take a little sip. Okay.
Mm.
Oh wait, refresh the peak. Oh.
Yeah, and again, we cheers to that as well. Cheers to that, Mr. Parker. So thank you so much, everyone, for your patience as we cleaned, talked, caught up on everything, caught up on life, caught up on your guys' lives out there, lives, and now we can actually just relax and look forward and celebrate.
And I'm so excited that a couple of you already coming to the thing.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that.
Modern Renaissance Man, someone else with the past, Jeff now, like that's a whole party.
Oh yeah, well, and then plus FPC is going to be bringing a bunch of people too. So
cool.
Yep. So FPC is going to be coming there with their crew.
I mean, these are your fellow consciousnesses that just so happen to be alive with you during this time. Could have been born in the Dark Ages. Could have been born in China or in Vietnam during the war, or Cambodia during the takeover. But no, you're born in America, and freedom costs $1.05, guys. So put in $1.05. Just kidding. Oh, sorry.
It's like one sake shot later.
It's your fault. Okay. Oh, whoa! A new support we have.
Okay.
Oh, Eleanor's. God bless Star Trek. Capitalism. I've never heard of.
This is quite the comment.
Fasco coffee.
I like that part. The smash Fasco communism.
Fascist communism, basically.
I don't know the Star Trek part. I mean, I was partial to Star Wars. I did watch Star Trek too.
Oh, like gay, like happy, like gay space?
Because I am
gay in that way. You have me at gay.
We'll cheers to that. Why not?
You did have it. What a pickup line, right?
Oh my goodness.
You just go up to a girl, hey, you know, God bless Star Trek, gay space, anarcho-capitalism. Smash fast, go communism. And then she turns, you had me at gay. You know, and it's like love ever after.
Yeah.
Y'all,
Honestly, that's too funny.
you both should come to the range. Dinner couple event. There's the couple pass. Just, you know, couple it up. It's okay. We're friendly to happy people, to the gays.
But honestly, I was already imagining that once we put the couples thing together, there was probably gonna be at least one couple that was gonna pretend to be a couple so that two dudes could like get a discount. They're like,
I'm fine
we're a
with
couple, but we're you know, they're like,
What?
but we wanted to get the discount, so you know.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, I can't help but. Do you guys ever listen to what's his name, Theo Von? I can just hear
Theo
him in
Von's
my head.
hilarious.
He'd be like, you know what? You guys are gay. Kiss. Like I can see him saying it in that like voice. He's like, you want to prove it? Just like oh man, but yeah, you know, libertarianism. It's the like, should you be gay or not, or what is being gay like biological, or does it just depend? Is it experiences? Is a little bit of both, right? Like not everything's like, you know, a lot of things tend to be when it comes to like human personality, from what I've seen, is like a mixture of both, but it's hard to like delineate. Like you're gonna open the cells and be like, okay, this cell dictates this trait, and anyway, you know, so what? Anyway, Jack is giving me the weirdest look right now, and that's my cue to change the topic, I guess, or retreat into silence. All right, single shooting event. There you go. What's the proof rating on that sake?
It's 15%, I think.
That's strong, guys.
So
all right,
30 proof.
a couple of bros, you know. Yeah, bring your bro. Seriously, your sister, your whatever. Like
Right.
I'm serious. Like that's what it's for. Like, you know, it doesn't have to be
Exactly.
lover.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't have to be someone that
Friend.
you do stuff. You could be your best friend. It could be someone that you're trying to make your
Yeah.
lover. It could be.
But you know, we
Brother,
want to
mother,
incentivize
sister,
you
yeah.
guys being able to have fun and have a vacation for yourself too. You know, it's gonna be during the summer and it's a weekend, but nonetheless, it can be a vacation for some people. So we want you to have know that you can bring whoever you know travel with, your friend. So yeah.
Awesome.
Cool.
All right, I'm gonna update this because we're now at
we're past
13:11.
Cool.
So we
Thank
did.
you. Well, just a little bit of sake, and I said a story about cells. Then I got a look from Jack, and then I realized it's time to drink some more sake.
All right. So yeah, I mean, you know, basically, you know, we're going to be shooting all kinds of stuff. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be at the range that we're looking at machine guns, because the range that we are currently, we're not going to announce what the name is yet, but the range we're looking at based on connections with some FPC people would have some machine guns available as well. So if you're in the mood to shoot some machine guns, that could also be a fun time. You know what I mean? You don't have to bring your own stuff. You could obviously
yeah,
rent
they
as
should
well,
have rentals,
so.
right? The place you want to go to, I want them to have like rentals, so you can try different things, and I want to try new things.
Right.
You know, it's the market. I'm glad there's still a relative market despite all of the status and the ATF, which, you know, that should be a convenience store. Am I right? Like, don't you want to just, hey, ATF, y'all want to go to the ATF, but it's not to go get raided. It's to or be violated. It's to go voluntarily trade some of my wealth that I acquired voluntarily through the work of my labor and my mind. Okay. And just get some alcohol, maybe a little tobacco if you want, or firearm. Hell, why not all three? You know, and let's just have a free world, guys. We're all humans here. You know, as much as they try to humanize status or cops or all kinds. It's like, hey, let's humanize humans. let's not make these weird groups and be like, you're a military person. Well, you're a civilian. It's like, no, we're human beings with very unique interests and specific reasons for why we are the way that we are, whether unknown or known, or whether they're known or unknown. Known or known. It's like, it's always known. Anyway, but yeah, so that's how red I get when I just have one thing of sake, 15%. It's potent.
Yeah.
So for me, I'd go to ATF and I'd just get the firearm, because I'm like, that alcohol too strong, except for occasions like this. So preach, Joshua for Liberty. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I love it. All caps. I hope I emulated your voice. I imagined. I met you, Josh, so I can.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
When did you meet?
There's a lot of Joshes, but I thought that's Joshua for Liberty.
That is Joshua for Liberty. Which Joshua? I don't think we met that Joshua.
For LNC chair? No?
That's Joshua Smith. Unless that's Joshua Smith. I don't think that's Joshua Smith, right? No.
I don't know.
No, I think that's...
Okay, I apologize.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, preach. I didn't meet you yet, but preach. I appreciate what you said. Someone said you should only be violated voluntarily. But would it be a violation?
Nah. That would not be a violation. If there's consent, it's like literally impossible. You can't consent to be violated.
Because the definition of a violation is not consenting to an action to be done. Okay. Someone said, sorry I'm late to the auction. Is the couch still available to bid on? Yes. Yes. So it's called Red Flag Reality. And no, I'm just kidding. So let's refresh the page.
Yeah, let's refresh and let's see what time it is. Yeah, not that Joshua. Yeah, 12:41. All right. So it's been a long enough time. Let's just refresh in case there's new people, because of course, as time zones change, people are coming in. So again, if you've just tuned in and it looks like there's some new people tuning in, we're here raising funds for the Red Flag Reality Film Project. Yes. We're pushing back against the gun grabbers with some hard-hitting content, some dramatic skits, and hopefully, if we get our ultimate film funded, it's going to be something that, is mainstream commercial quality, that is going to be pushing back against the videos like Sandy Hook Promise came out with, that demonizes gun owners. And we're going to just show how evil the red flag laws really are and how murderous and vile gun control laws really are. So, it's no holds barred commentary. We want to be your voice when people are calling you, a bully or evildoer, some terrorist, or like, whatever they insult you.
You can share a hard hitting video that exposes, and you can just say, hey, no, this is the nature of what you're advocating for.
It's going to make them so angry.
It's just saying,
make them so angry. It's gonna be great.
Prove me wrong that you're not advocating for this. And that's a great conversation and much more productive to have when you focus on what they are actually advocating for. And that's what we want them to do, is just be at a loss of words because they're exposed and they don't know how to come back from it.
So we're going to hang out here for just we're going to hang out for just 17 more minutes. 17 and then we'll wrap it on up. So we want to see.
So support here, igg.me/ what is it? Red Flag Reality? /@/Red Flag Reality.
Right. So I'm going to go ahead and just share that link once again in case you just came in. We're trying to push up. I mean, hey, if we can get it up to within the end of this weekend, 1,500, that'd be great, because it's the next milestone on the campaign in terms of our check marks as we're funding through. So we're just, grassroots effort. We don't have, all the millions of dollars for George Clooney funding March for Our Lives, or Bloomberg's money that he's throwing out, to all the people in the Virginia legislature. So, we're truly grassroots, just basically working with you, trying to make this happen.
Minds, so we don't have this crazy apparatus that all these crazy evil people can use to infringe on the rights of everyone else and take their property by force through the state. Like, let's just not have that system. It's like, it's time for this crazy tyranny to end. All these wars, all this draft. So, someone else claiming that they own your body. It's just slavery 2.0. It's just continued. It's someone else saying, hey, no, you want to defend yourself? Well, too bad. You can only do it with this 6P shooter here that you stick to your ankle. That's all you got. This little pea shooter. You want an AR? Well, too bad. You live in a high crime neighborhood where there are gangs. Well, too bad you don't get an AR because you're a criminal. Like it's like I don't want to live in that world. And it's just so crazy that there are just so many people in prison for victimless crimes. And even crazier, we're all forced to pay for it. That's just the kicker. It's like all this tyranny is being done in your name, technically, like with your money that they took from you. And it's time it ends, So if you haven't seen the Voluntarist Declaration of Independence, that came out in December of last year, but that's kind of what we're facing is all these things, and even listen to Boogaloo Trap too, and just it kind of just encapsulates what's going on in the world. All the tyrannies we're facing, protests all around the world. So yeah, I think we can build it together, though. It's really promising. All these people that are coming out, and even just like normies starting to hear like, what? There's an Epstein cover up. Like, that's pretty incredible, So I think the mass awakening can happen, and I think we have the chance to defeat the mass imprisonment and the mass tyranny of everybody else, and all the tyrants who are trying to get the youth, quote unquote, or anyone to advocate for more government tyranny and oppression. Thinking the complete opposite, that it's for liberty actually and safety, but instead it's the complete opposite. It's for their own enslavement, and even more than we already have in the crazy ways that we do. So yeah. Anyway, thanks all for being here.
Thank you. Yes. And again, if you want to join in, for every support we get on Indiegogo, she's going to take a shot. So again, if you need a more immediate incentive,
look, folks,
she's already becoming
a slow like red. This shirt here? Look, I like it because it's black.
The black and gold.
And then there's this cool color. It's white. And then there's this gold flower here and here and here and here. Anyway, so chapstick philosopher. True. I do use chapstick. Gotta keep those lips moist.
So we're at $13,011, 26%, 69 backers. We can get it to 70, although I know some people like seeing it at 69. But again, we can get past.
Don't break the 69.
Don't break the 69. Or you can bring it up to 79 and then just do -10 in your head.
Ooh, let's do 169. Or the next level.
Or 1369. That could be good.
Yeah, let's do 1369.
And in addition, just in these last bit here, we're going to be here. If you have an idea for a challenge, let us know in the comments here if you have an idea for our next challenge. We've done a hot sauce challenge, and we actually are thinking about doing another one of those with a different set and some beef balls. Because hot sauce challenges are just hilarious.
Fabovian.
Yeah, Fabovian. Yeah. Because hot sauce challenges, I mean, again, you're gonna see us cry. We cried last time. It was great. But
this time we're gonna get different sauces, like more specialized. Like once we got a pack, this time I want to like look specifically for ones with like Scoville ratings or have had a lot of.
Yeah, we got Scoville ratings last one, but we want to get a different kind of set.
Some like famous. Anyway.
Yeah, so if you have an idea for another challenge, a fundraiser challenge,
existing ones that you actually like ones we've done.
Yeah, because we're gonna do the hot sauce one again. That's for sure. I love the hot sauce challenge. What did you think
of the chubby bunny? That was like fun.
That was ridiculous. Yeah.
That was hard. Maybe it's smaller marshmallows next time. Like just little baby marshmallows.
Maybe, but at a bare minimum, hot sauce. But I see us 70 backers. Someone just came through.
Oh, whoa.
So I don't know what it's going to be, but I'm going to top you off in preparation.
Oh.
You're like, oh.
I can barely handle it.
I know.
Look at my.
We only have 10 minutes, so I don't know how many shots you can do within that amount of time.
You know what's funny? I've only had 1.5.
I know.
70 backers.
It hasn't. It takes a second for it to feed through. So we got to wait just a second here to find out what it's going to be.
What if it was like 13,169? I'd be like, whoa.
All right, so we'll keep refreshing.
What if we did the 69 challenge? Okay, here, let me explain.
What's the 69 challenge?
So when everyone, like, you try to do, like, 69 backers and, like, some denomination that ends in 69, or, like, on the, like, the contribution, you try to make the total some variation of 69. And then that's the challenge.
Right.
Try not to break the 69.
That might be tough for people. I don't know, but it's an interesting concept. All right, I'm gonna refresh. Let's see if it comes
I'll
through.
be here all day with ideas. Okay.
Hey, we're up to
whoa,
13031. Oh, that's a nice symmetry. I like that symmetry
that's
there.
Pretty.
That's pretty.
13031.
All right, so you gotta take a shot. And not a baby shot, a full shot.
Wow.
Gotta happen.
Well, I'm gonna say goodbye to you guys.
No, you got 10 minutes. You got 10 minutes, so that's a full shot right there.
Right.
No skimping.
I mean, you saw what kind of explanations I was given over here.
Doesn't matter. It's too late. You've passed.
That's why I like coffee. You know, it's an upper.
You've passed the threshold.
All right. Cheers. Thank you so much. Glug.
Yes. Cheers, Jeff.
Thanks, Jeff. Okay. I'm like, okay, is this going to be Vegas? Okay, guys. All right.
It is going to be Vegas. We're definitely going to be drinking in Vegas. We're going to be partying in Vegas after we
I'm going to be like, no, guys, baby sips only. I'm sorry. Yes. I need a cup that's like a fourth this
Cheers.
Cheers. Is that
Japanese? Cheers.
Okay. Nominee for some of the funniest comments tonight. Co44C HPM.
Yeah.
I don't know. I always think it's Russian for some reason. I don't know.
Awesome. I cheers to that. He said, no, this is just a warm up.
This is going to take me 4 more sips.
4 more sips. You better hurry up because we don't have a lot.
All right. Cheers.
We only have 9 minutes left for this show is wrapping up. I do like loading mags. Loading mags is a lot of fun too.
This is why I like the bubbly, girly, like sweet drinks. You know, the light. They taste like apple cider.
You had me again.
You had me a gay again.
Cheers to that. That's good stuff.
My eyebrows raised as I said, and Jeff said, "No, this is just so warm."
Maybe doing hot sauce or hot wings challenge
with sake.
So with sake shots, that'd be insane.
You had me a gay. Should we do a gay challenge?
Yeah.
Is that a proposal for a challenge?
I don't think so.
Oh.
I don't think that's within our abilities.
Modern Renaissance.
That's outside of scope. So
outside of scope. Folks.
Yeah. So thank you. Yes, Modern Renaissance Man. Cheers.
That's
yes.
So nice.
We look forward to drinking with you in Vegas as well, Modern Renaissance Man.
You know, it'll be the first time we meet Modern Renaissance Man. Are you ready? The Jaffa duo is awesome when they're drunk.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not drunk. I'm just like slightly tipsy.
We're gonna be doing some sake bombs in Vegas. That's for sure. We're gonna all hang out, do some sake bombs too.
Those are good.
After
depending on the beer, like you add to it, it does help because it adds that bubbly, airy taste. You know?
Yeah. So what about a taser challenge? I'm like, no. Yeah, I've seen that. I've watched it done in front of me.
A taser challenge?
It can leave scars. I've seen it. These girls did it, and it was bad. I was like,
what kind of idea of a good time is this? Okay. We all are at dinner. Someone's like, hey, anyone want to do the taser game now? It's like, no. I'm drunk just from watching this. I like how you highlight it. That's great. All right, let's refresh the page. Oh, can we see?
Oh, you got another one. That's a shot right there.
13047.
13047. We have 7 minutes. That's another shot.
Baby shots.
Okay. Baby shots. That better be halfway at least.
Okay, excuse me. I burped. Excuse me.
Oh, you burped? That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Well, my hair's a little messed up now, so I gotta take a moment.
I'm gonna top off here before you take your shot.
Inhibitions have been slightly lowered, so now I'm just, mentioning things like my hair. Okay, anywho.
Oh my goodness.
Cheers to you.
You're gonna have to prep your liver for what's coming in Vegas. So.
I'm not. I told you. I'm taking baby sips.
Do an OC spray challenge. Yeah, that one's not gonna last. Yeah.
What's that? Orange County?
No.
Oh.
It's pepper spray. So basically, Yeah, that's like a one-hit
These
thing.
are like sadistic
That's
challenges.
very sadistic. That's not going to
Or
happen.
masochistic.
But it's a funny thought. Maybe if it was, if this was Steve-O and we're on Jackass, but
No, that will turn off modern Renaissance's man's pacemaker. No tasers. No tasing. He already rescinded his consent to being tased. Same here.
So Jeff said maybe it would have been yes, the hot sauce challenge part 2.
Yeah, let's do
Yes.
that. Okay, we'll do the hot sauce. Good idea.
Yeah, hot sauce is definitely. But I mean, we gotta. I don't know
What
what
about
else
a
is
speed
interesting?
game? Like, do you guys
A
like
speed game?
games? Yeah, like we go against each other
Oh.
in game. Like, I don't know. Like it could be.
What if it's like a memory game kind of thing where like you have to challenge with words, and then whoever does the thing, remember, like I spy with my little eye with the alphabet, and then they come up with the word for the alphabet, right? And like you go okay, and then the next person says I see like Z. You know what I mean?
Oh, like those
like
rule
apple
games?
and like baby, like yeah. So in other words, you come with that could be a fun one.
Oh, like the questions.
Right, you have to memorize.
Let's do
it, though. That could be
philosophy
fun.
games. Like there's fallacies.
I spy my little eye. That could be fun.
Yeah.
There's
There's also like random stuff like tell me what you're thinking and like
yeah.
you just ask different questions like is it a dog? Is it a human? Those are fun. Okay. So
All right. Let's see how much time we have left. We have 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
4 minutes.
All right. Well, we're
I don't know how many shots could be.
73 backers. Thanks.
Wait,
guys.
what?
Oh, I haven't even finished this.
Oh
one.
my goodness!
Okay, let me do
Okay,
two.
whoa.
Let me do two.
I wasn't expecting that.
All right, guys, we gotta leave soon.
Oh my! 4 minutes. How are you gonna do those
Wait,
shots?
73 backers.
It says 73. I don't even
so
know.
2 more, right?
That's 2 more. You gotta do
Okay.
2 more shots.
Okay.
You gotta finish that one first. That's 1 shot.
I know. I did it at half. Is this supposed to be?
Oh,
full?
sweet Lord. I don't know how we're gonna do this.
Basically, Jack is saying, I don't know how
Ooh.
I'm gonna do this.
Ghost peppers, right? We could do a pepper challenge, which we actually get the peppers. Like 1 pepper at a time, though, so it builds the heat. That's not a bad idea. That's a good one. Essential Freedom came with that.
That's some strong sake.
Here's my challenge: 25 feet, shoot what you bring. Best grouping wins. Ooh. I don't think we could do that. Oh, I don't know how we could live stream that. Because wherever we'd stream it. But that's funny. This doesn't really know good. Maybe in person, maybe after the fact, like just a fun thing at the range.
Oh, maybe like outdoor steel targets or something. That would be fun. Steel target challenge.
Oh my goodness. Now it's at 1367. Okay, I gotta update this. All right.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you so
Cheers.
much.
All right, so this is still the first one. I have 1 more
Yeah.
to go. I don't know how I'm going to handle it, but there's 2 more minutes left, so I think I can handle it.
Yeah, 3 minutes and just under 3 minutes. You gotta go. You gotta pound it. Boom.
All right, cheers. That was 1. Look how red I am. I'm like, all right. So ghost peppers, you people are
Maybe not
nuts,
ghost
though.
peppers, just some like green peppers and just red peppers one at a time.
You know, you
Trapper
can
scoop
cut
up
up
both
the
fun.
peppers and then put them on the beef meatballs. Yum.
That could be good.
Okay, I'm just thinking of food right now.
Right now you're like
Because
super
I'm a
hungry.
little tipsy. Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers to that.
All right. So we're still at 73 backers. In my head, I'm like, okay. But then at the same time, I'm like, thank goodness.
All right, we are 1 minute and 40
By
seconds
the way,
away.
when did I consent to this? I don't remember.
I'll put 25 in the pool. See you in Vegas. Yeah, exactly.
Cheers, Jeff. You're
Cheers,
awesome.
Jeff.
You're gonna bring the kipple. You're gonna bring a friend. You can bring multiple friends. You know that.
That's true. It could be a
So-
huge party.
You could do like, what if you got 4 or 6? You could do that couples perk all day.
Yeah.
You know, because we have the campaign for 50 days. We'll know at the end of 50 days how many people there will be going. So
Right.
we can, if you're trying to like bring a whole crew and have a vacation, we can do that. That would be fun, honestly. So, all right.
Well,
yeah. Thank you guys.
Yes, cheers to that.
1 more
So,
minute, I guess.
We got
So
1 more
we'll
minute,
end
so we'll
on
cheers
that.
off to that. Thank you, everybody who supported. Seriously, you're awesome. We,
Boo
cleared
to a beer tax.
far beyond what we were
to
expecting.
all taxes. Taxation is theft, guys. I know you know. But
Right.
y'all are awesome.
And Epstein didn't kill himself.
I'm so happy that several of you are going to Vegas a nude. I learned this nude from the
Yes.
conversation, so that's several more people.
That's really cool. Yeah.
I'm so excited. That's less than 6 months, 7 months from now. We'll see the exact date, but yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. Thank you guys so much. The gates.
Yes, seriously. Thank you.
Thank you for the great comments and the rafts and the ha 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 and the ref out rounds and the
Right.
he he's and the ho ho hums. Okay, I'm sorry. I owe you one
And
more.
those of you who were instrumental here in supporting us leading up to the campaign, again, please be looking in your email for a message from the campaign for your special invitation. Again, please be on the lookout for it. Check your spam folder coming from Red Flag Reality just to make sure you get it. We want to thank those, especially who believed in us even before the campaign was launched. Because again, you really believed in our mission and our vision. So thank you. Cheers to you.
Yes, thank you.
And Jeff is
I'm
definitely
barely
one of
holding
those.
on, but thank you.
She's got to hold on to what she's got.
Liberty must be fought for with
Yes.
a few shots of sake. Occasionally, right? A little bit of freedom.
All right.
But
Take
you
care,
guys are
everybody.
awesome. Take care, everyone.
See y'all later.
Happy Friday. Have a good
Yes.
weekend.
Cheers.